Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Meeting on Zoom, it's all very you're always like looking at the screen going, where are they gonna come from?
I know. Well, it's nice to sort of finally, well, sort of meet you because I feel like obviously you've been in so many great things over the years and our paths have never crossed somehow.
Uh,
So it's nice to finally have the
well,
chance.
it's nice to kind of Zoom meet you at least, you know. It's
Yeah,
it's tricky these times, and it's a shame that you don't get more of a connection with people when you're talking to them, like, face to face. It's always the best. But at
it's all
least we
new.
can do this, which is
Exactly.
lovely.
Exactly.
Thank you for talking to me.
No, thanks for talking to me. I'm going to begin with just asking what it was that really attracted you to Knuckledust. What was the kind of the main thing that made you think, right, that's going to be my next project?
When I read the script, honestly, my eyes were goggling because at every page I turned, I was like, James, what are you doing to my head? Because, there's just layer upon layer to the movie, and you think you've caught up, and okay, I know who's who, and I know what side they're on, and then suddenly you're like, oh, they're not who they're saying they are, and there's so many reveals to it. Yeah, it's a real kind of roller coaster of a movie. So when I read it, I just thought I had so much admiration for James and his kind of vision for the movie and the style he wanted to shoot it in. And I just hadn't read a script like that before.
Yeah, because I was going to ask about the sort of stylistic aspects of it because I mean it looks incredible. You know, I love all the sort
Yeah.
of title cards you get when every character's introduced, all the kind of neon lighting and stuff. Did you get a
Yeah,
sense for that when
yeah.
you were on set? Did you get a real flavor for what it would look like eventually, or was that kind of done in post?
Yeah, I mean, especially with like the costumes and the lighting, and Cynthia's amazing costumes, and just a real different feel to what you would normally wear in a kind of contemporary film, and very timeless. And yeah, and when you're in the interview block with me and Brody, Mo's character, the lighting said it felt very sort of I don't know, Russian, kind of like, in a block. And yeah, so you did get a lovely sense from the set design and the costumes and stuff. But watching it yesterday was the same as you, just loving seeing these title cards and the kind of um just kind of James's vision on screen. It was wonderful to see.
And I mean, you mentioned Mo. I mean, obviously, you share pretty much all your scenes with him. He's a great.
Ah,
I mean, because I'm sort of still quite new to his work, but he seems like he's got really something about him. But what was he like to collaborate with
oh,
on this?
I can't say enough amazing things about Mo. He is just a gem of a guy, and an absolutely amazing actor. And yeah, a real honor to share scenes with him and kind of have our characters bat off each other. And my character's kind of spent her life creating this kind of shell of a person in order to live the way she does without letting away too many spoilers. And Mo plays his character in a way so beautifully that he is probably the only person that's managed to prise under that shell of Catherine Keaton. So yeah, it was a joy to work with him, an absolute joy.
Yeah, and you mentioned you watched it yesterday. I'm assuming, obviously, because of the way things are at the moment, it was probably just done sort of at home. Is it a shame to miss out? Because I guess is there something almost like is there a sense of finality that comes with the kind of cast and crew screenings and stuff, where you kind of go through this experience and then you have this event where everyone comes together? Does it feel
Comes
like a kind of
together.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a real shame. And, I personally, anyway, I'm really missing that because of COVID. Just that, making films is, it's a miracle to get a film made. And, they're labors of love from, every single person that's involved. And part of making it, you know, at the end when you all come together, you know, when you're doing a cast and crew, it's an amazing experience. Just seeing your work, everyone's work, you know, up on screen. So I am missing that, but I am awful glad that there is things like VOD and, you know, other ways of watching it, just so that, you know, we can still reach an audience and connect with people. And, you know, hopefully people have got good tellies and not peering at a iPhone or something, you know.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously, you know, you're quite a prolific actor. I mean, you seem to be busy a lot, which is a good thing. But this year, obviously, there's been less work, I guess, because obviously for a large portion of the year, there was no movies being shot or TV shows. As someone who kind of, I guess, you travel so much with work, was it, as much as you miss it, was there something quite nice about just having a little bit of a breather?
Well, I think as a self-employed, you know, actor, you know, the only thing I felt was sheer panic, you know, because you know, you try your best to sort of have work set up and stuff, and you know, my year was looking pretty good, and you know, in a couple of phone calls, it just literally disappeared. So, once I got over the first month of like crying and sort of like panicking, it actually has been, you know, you have to find the positives. And also, you know, there's many people much worse off than me. You know, I was at home with my family, so, you know, none of us get ill. So I'm so thankful for that. And actually I'm a bit of a person who just is always on the move, and you know, lockdown has taught me to, you know, slow down and stop and get into the odd snooze, a wee daytime snooze. So yeah, I'm trying to take the good with the you know, the bad of it, because you've just got to make the best of it, don't you?
Yeah, I love a daytime.
I'm sure it's the same for you as well.
No, I was gonna say I love a daytime snooze, but I always overdo it, and I wake up at like 10 p.m. and then I can't get to sleep. That's my problem.
Well, I'm new to the daytime snooze. I don't sleep well, so yeah, it must be age or something. Suddenly, I'm finding myself, you know, on the couch or you know, curling up in bed, and I'm like, "What's happening to me?" So, yeah.
But I mean, but you are looking at like your career and some of your choices. I mean, you're a brilliant kind of character actor. I just wonder what drives your choices. What is the kind of thing that, because you work with so many brilliant filmmakers and all these kind of interesting characters. What's the main thing that drives your kind of career choices? What's the main component, would you say?
I guess it's just I you know, a script will come along. I'll read it, and there's something about that character whose story I just feel that I have to tell, you know. And I think that's always driven me, is, you know, and it's a thing I've always said, is like, I want to tell the stories that maybe aren't normally told, or the easy ones to listen to, or even nice ones to hear, because everyone's stories deserve to be told. And I just, I'll just read scripts sometimes, and I read a certain character and I go, oh no, because I want to look after her so bad, and I want to give her a voice. And, you know, so when I want something really bad, you're like, oh no, because then that means if I don't get it, I'll just be, you know, devastated. But you know, that's part of the job anyway. And you know, you take the route, you know, that when you don't get the job, you just, you know, if it's a great script, you go, they're just making the right decisions for the script. And I can take the rejection pretty well, actually, because I can just be quite pragmatic about it and go, well, it just meant my voice wasn't the right voice for that character. But yeah, it's just a gut thing, you know, and just wanting to look out for those kind of characters, you know, and make sure they've got a voice and among everyone else's in the world.
And I mean, this character I'm sure that you're still thrilled you got was obviously in The Witch. I was wondering about, because obviously as recently with The Queen's Gambit, it seems that everyone's now really cottoning on to the fact that Anya Taylor-Joy is basically a genius. So what was, because obviously you worked with her so very early on in her kind of career, could you tell straight away that she just had that something about her?
Yeah, Anya's just so special, and I mean that in every sense of the word. She is so talented and also so lovely. So that combination is just beautiful, and I have literally felt like the proudest friend ever, because we've, all of the Witch family have stayed close, as really close friends, and so proud of her. But I knew this would, like, I could see it even at the time, like, that she would just, she just has something really unique and special. And I'm really like thrilled to have been there for the kind of start of her amazing journey, and watch her do well, because she deserves it so much.
Yeah. And you're working with Robert again, is that right? In his next one?
Well, the reporting of the casting was absolutely correct, and that's pretty much all I can say about that. But I love Rob, and he's stayed a good friend of mine as well. So he's a wonderful filmmaker.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Well, my final question was just about, another one you've sort of got coming out, is The Green Knight with Dev Patel and David Lowery directing. Are you allowed to say how you get into that, or is it still under wraps?
Oh gosh, I don't know what I can say, but I definitely can say I've been in it, and there was a trailer came out, a beautiful trailer. So yeah, I had a brilliant time working on that, and David Lowery is an amazing director again. See, I'm just spoiled. I just feel so spoiled with the people I've had to work with, not had to, I mean, had the chance to work with, and people I admire. So yeah, that was a great experience, and yeah, I can't wait till that comes out and to see it as well. So
yeah, Dev is bloody lovely, isn't he? I've met Dev a couple of times. He's almost too nice. I keep thinking, what's your
he's so lovely, like genuinely so lovely. Another wonderful soul. But yeah, a beautiful guy and a wonderful actor. So yeah, a lot of fun.
Well, I can't wait to see it. Well, thanks so much for your time today, Kate. Been a real pleasure.
It's lovely to speak to you.
Yeah, maybe
thanks for having a chat.
Yeah, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to do these again in person. Who knows?
Yes, that would be great.
Yeah.
Actually, I know, and please let's not elbow bump. We'll do something else. I don't know. I'll do a wee dance. I don't know. If I never see another elbow bump in my life, I'll be happy. But it would be great to meet you in person. Yeah. So thanks for having a chat today.
No, thanks so much for your time. Take care. Have a nice rest of the day.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys.
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys.